this is just going to be a short little recording recorded on the 28th of January, straight after the lecture for WT4028, just kind of detailing my initial thoughts on the problem that we were given during the lecture. So the first thing I decided to do when I came home was just to came home really was just to highlight the kind of words, just detail down the brief a bit more, because there was kind of words in the brief that I was uncertain about. I've often heard these words before, but just the actual proper definitions of them, like getting down to the nitty-gritty definitions of them. So the first word really, it was described in the lecture, but I was unsure of it. It was realise. So create is another word for that. So design and realise, just design and create, which I've often seen during my MTW and construction studies in my own college career and schooling career. The next word I was unsure about was sustainable. So sustainable is the ability to maintain at a certain rate or level. So they're hard to describe in your own words, these words, but when you read the actual definitions, it can be quite easily understood what sustainable means in this context. So another word was the real world. So what actually is the real world? The real world is the existing state of things as opposed to ones that are imaginary, simulated, or theoretical. So once again, they're words that we know the meanings of, basic meanings, and it's actually hard to describe it in our own words, the meanings. But when we look up the meanings, it becomes much more clearer. Social issues, the next one. So social issues is a problem that influences many individuals within a society. So everyone faces social issues. So that's your need finding, really, that we have covered so much. And whenever we're designing, we're trying to find a need that people have daily in their lives and try to come up with a solution for these problems. So that's kind of the social issue, really, like, is the need finding or the problem finding of the project. The environmental issues, which we were hearing a lot about these days with different activists, and even with our own general election coming up very soon, the environmental issues are big factors that our parties are spending time delivering. So environmental issues are defined as problems with the planet's system, air, water, soil, etc., that have developed as a result of human interference or mistreatment of the planet. So it's caused by humans and can be fixed by humans. Yeah. So when I'm detailing my project and designing my project, environmental issues must play a large part in this. And if I'm honest, I mightn't be the greatest person at keeping environmental issues in mind, whether it be even in my own personal life, such as walking instead of driving, or in my career, such as the teaching. I mightn't be the best person to be reusing material and just upcycling what material. So this really is why I'm so excited to be taking part in this project, so I can test my skills in making the project environmental and social issues. How does this impact in, I suppose, in theory and practice in construction studies? So as I said there, this issue is massive. The environmental issue is massive in construction. It's a renewable resource we use mostly as wood in the MTW and somewhat construction classes. So it's important that we educate ourselves and that we reuse and renew as much material as we possibly can, and which instills just a good mentality within our students, and a good habits, best practice within our students. Implications for future directions in the context of my project. So basically, I'm trying to test myself and further improve myself in terms of the environmental issues. So I want my project to be able to be reused or upcycled again if it so does happen that it loses its purpose. I hope my project doesn't lose its purpose over the years, but if it does, I want it to have a way that it can be reused again into another project that solves people's needs at that present time, and just making the world a better place to live in for everyone. So that was my first diary log for WT4028, recorded on Tuesday the 28th of January.